Hello, this is Nick from OrganizedRemains.com, and I guess you could call this a review, but I kinda just want to talk about Oddworld and the new game, Oddworld New and Tasty. I can't tell you how much the original two Oddworld games for the PlayStation 1 impacted my life as a gamer. I was amazed at the game. I still think of the two games as puzzle platforming at its finest. Then there is Abe, the main character of these two games. Abe was very popular with my family. My grandmother even brings him up once in a while and says it's one of the few games she remembers us playing. She'll even quote some of the things Abe said. So when I heard about Oddworld New and Tasty coming out, I was excited that there's a chance a new generation will be able to experience this series. I mean, sure, I was a little worried when it comes to games getting remade, but something told me that I wouldn't be let down. It even made it to my top 10 anticipated games list. Not only is Oddworld New and Tasty an HD remake, but it's a remake with all new puzzles and a new way of telling the story of Oddworld. It's hard to talk about the story because I don't want to give any of it away. I mean, the low details of it is that you play as Abe, who finds out a secret about the place he works at. Now he has to save all his friends and coworkers and put a stop to the evil owners. The story is still great as I remembered it. It's simple and not filled with lines after lines of dialogue, but the drama involved makes the story very interesting. Like I mentioned, you play as Abe, and what makes this game interesting is the characters. While he can chant, which lets me do different things like take power over enemies if there's no chant suppressors around, he can't really attack in a normal way like throwing a punch or using a gun. I like to think of this style of gameplay as running an obstacle course that requires you to stop and use your brain. The game is great, the graphic upgrade is amazing, the controls still work great for me, and the levels in the game are incredible. Even if the levels are new, they still require me to think. While it was tough, I still stuck with it. No big deal, right? Wrong! Oddworld's levels made me want to try out different things. The game is pretty simple if you think about it. Different moves you have since you basically can walk, run, tiptoe, jump, and chant. Still, the puzzles in the game made me keep at it, and when I did figure it out and conquer it, I was filled with excitement. I'm just so glad that Oddworld New and Tasty live up to my expectation. It makes me sad that while this game was successful, I feel like it never received the popularity it deserved. When I think of PlayStation 1, I think about the normal faces like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Sweet Tooth, but I also think of Abe. I'm just hoping that now that Oddworld New and Tasty was done very well, that this will show gamers of all ages a great character and a great game. I like to play HD remakes of my favorite games, and Oddworld New and Tasty is my favorite remake. Please check it out. I hope for a bright future for this series. This is Nick from OrganizedRemains.com.